Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. And we have a whole bunch of callers on hold. So let's just go ahead and go to the phones. And our first caller is Roxanne. Hi, Roxanne.
Hi, Julie. Oh, thank you for taking my call. I have a friend that her name is Pam, and she has. I'd like to know if you could scan her, and she has some liver problems for her age. It's just concerning. We're just wondering what you see about her and how serious this could be.
Okay, when you say liver problems, what's going on?
Well, she has some, it looks like her bile ducts, and she's had this autoimmune thing going on for many years, but she had a biopsy a couple weeks ago, and I'm just wondering if you can see something or what we could do.
Okay. Roxanne, where are you located and where's Pam located?
I'm located in Henderson, Nevada, and so is Pam.
Okay. All right. And that's right outside of Las Vegas because I have a friend that lives there too. So I know it well. I've been there many times. All right.
Awesome.
So here we go. What I'm going to do for those of you that are first-time listeners is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly simply because the body has mass. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to hook into Roxanne in outside of Las Vegas. And then, Roxanne, I'm going to go from you to Pam, and I'm going to ask her permission if I can scan her. If she says yes, I will. If she says no, I won't, because it's an ethical thing with me. If I don't have somebody's permission, I'm not going to scan them. I believe it's a HIPAA violation. However, not all is lost when somebody says no, that they don't want me to scan them, because we can talk to her spirit and get information that way. And the reason I do that, Roxanne, is because kind of like if Pam had pneumonia and you were talking to her about how she was feeling, she would tell you what she wanted you to know. But it's not like you're looking at her chest x-rays without her permission. I equate this as the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in Vegas. All right. Got Pam. Pam, I'm talking to Roxanne. Is it okay if I scan you energetically? She's saying no. Let me explain what we're doing. It's like I'm a human MRI, Pam, and I'm going to shoot energy through your feet, from your feet up through the top of your head, and it'll be as if I'm looking at an X-ray or a CT scan or an MRI. She's saying no again. Did you talk to her about this before you called in, Roxanne?
I mentioned it last week that I was going to try, and she was so thrilled.
Okay. All right. She's saying no. Let's talk to her spirit. Sometimes they'll let me in once we talk to her spirit, and then she'll know what's going on. So Pam, what is going on with your liver? She says she has spots on her liver. Is that what the x-rays are showing?
Well, it's showing that she has maybe a bile duct that are expanded, something like that. It's a strange little. It's a strange diagnosis, but she looks fine and acts fine. And
yeah, I just asked the question, do you have liver cancer? And I got to know. So yeah. I think that's what we're looking for. You may want to talk to her, Roxanne, again, and just see if she'll let me scan her, and then call back in next week, and I'll get you on, and we'll take a look at her. But I think the big thing we all want to know is do you have cirrhosis? Does she drink a lot?
No, just occasionally.
Okay. Does Pam, do you have cirrhosis of the liver? Okay, I've gotten a yes twice. It can be non-alcoholic cirrhosis, so there's something going on there. I don't get that she has liver cancer, however.
Right. She got
Okay.
the part that she did get back was there is no cancer, but there's
Yeah,
something else in there they're trying to figure out.
that's what I'm getting to. Same thing.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
Julie, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thanks for calling in. I hope she feels
I'll
better.
see you next week. Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
take care. Bye-bye.
Uh-huh.
All righty, let's go to Eileen next. Hi, Eileen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm calling because I developed a case of tinnitus, and it seems like
Oh, yeah.
now hyperacusis post COVID vaccine, and it's really impacted my quality of life tremendously.
Okay.
And I have small kids, and I need some help.
Okay. All right. So it's just developed since you had the vaccine?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
the tinnitus is more in one ear, and the hyperacusis is in the other, and I'm losing my mind.
And tell everybody what hyperkinesis is.
Hyperacusis. I'm having some sound sensitivity.
Okay.
And ear fullness. And it's tough with, again, small children, one of whom has special needs, so it's been a challenge. Yeah. And
okay. All right.
I don't
Eileen,
know if you can fix it. Yeah.
I'm going to do my best. I do this healing a lot, actually. I would say weekly, if not several times a month. Oh, yeah. It's very common.
Oh,
This tinnitus thing is very common, and it's fixable. Where are you located?
Okay.
Yep.
I'm in right outside of Albany, New York.
Okay. All right. So here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to New York. And all right, got you. Shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. It went to your left ear first. The energy always goes where it's most needed first, Eileen. Went to your left ear.
Okay.
What are you finding that the tinnitus is in your left ear? Or can you tell? Does it feel like it's just in both?
The hyperacusis is in my left, and the tinnitus, for the moment, and the tinnitus is in my right. But the left ear is the one that's actually giving me a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah. All right. So, the energy always goes where it goes, and I just follow it. And normally it's something that's more symptomatic. Every once in a while, it'll be asymptomatic. And I'll say, well, I'm just going to follow it. And then a lot of times will be part of the equation of what's going on. So, all right, I'm in your left ear. Let me see what's going on in your left ear. Your left ear drum looks like it has a bunch of little holes in it. It looks like it's, like cheesecloth almost, with those teeny little holes in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slather stem cell energy on that. And then there's a little vortex that's spinning above your ear. Stem cell energy, Eileen, looks like a light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it. And for those who are listening that are of a certain age, it reminds me of Dippity-Doo. I grew up in the 60s. So if you remember Dippity-Doo, that's what it looks like. So, and then actually every once in a while, I'll have a young woman who'll say, oh, we use that stuff for my dance team. I'll say, okay, cool. To slick our hair down. Like, cool. It is the absolute most amazing stuff, Eileen, because it'll regenerate any body part we need. And sometimes they show up on scans and I have doctors call me and say, there wasn't, this organ there before because it had been removed and now it's showing up. What are you doing and how's this stuff work? So that's fun when I get those calls. Yeah. So, okay. So that's going to regenerate the eardrum on the left side. On the right side, I see a scar that looks like it has a keloid. You know what a keloid is? When a scar heals, but it doesn't heal flat. It's kind of raised. We've all seen scars like that. I'm excising that scar out in the middle of your eardrum. You probably had an ear infection where you had a ruptured eardrum at some point, perhaps as a child. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting out that scar and again, putting stem cell energy in there. And then there's a vortex that's spinning and that's going to regenerate that eardrum. Interesting thing about the vortices, I think that's the plural. I need to look that up. Yeah. I see what it is, but I think it's vortices instead of vortexes. And the interesting thing about that, Eileen, is our bodies have this happen all day. It's how we regenerate new cells. Because if you think about it, every cell has a nucleus, and every nucleus is surrounded by cytoplasm, which is watery gel. It's like dippity-doo. And our bodies act as mini nuclear reactors that spin, and it's what helps our cells divide and replicate to the tune of hundreds of thousands of them a day. And so what I'm watching happen in warp speed is what our bodies do on their own. All right. So on the right side, I'm watching that eardrum get tested, and I see energetic musical notes and energy like waves that you'd see on a soundboard at a concert. I'm watching those bounce off your eardrum, and then the eardrum is being stretched in certain ways to make the reverb good, and the left ear looks like it's healed too. So hopefully that will help. Thanks so much for calling in. I hope it helps. Keep us posted. You bet.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get more callers on and see what their questions are. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go to the phones again, and our next caller is Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, me too. Where are you located?
Sioux City, Iowa.
Sioux City. My first job out of school was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And I used to drive by Sioux City all the time on Interstate 29 heading south. So you guys get some serious snow up there. Holy Moses. Oh, my goodness. I left there, girl, at the age of 24, and I swore I'd never live where it snowed again, and I haven't. Not doing that white stuff. Yeah. Well, you got a question for me?
I do. So I started having urinary issues in 2018. I'd had a uterine laparoscopy in 2017 for endometriosis. And so since then, things just keep kind of doggy piling, and my doctors kind of go back and forth on what they want for treatment, diagnoses. But basically, there's a lot going on with my vulva and my pelvis. Specifically, a pap smear was done recently, and the cervix was unremarkable findings. But my cervix, the speculum had blood in it, and the cervix is really bloody, like if you just blow on it. And for a few years, I've been wanting to get my hormones tested. I'm only 34, and basically all my doctors said, no, you have regular periods, you're too young, but it turns out testosterone and estrogen are low. So I don't know if that's causing any of the vulvar issues or like a friable cervix, but I sort of just want to know, as far as you can scan my pelvis, vagina, and let me know if what's going on with my cervix, one, and then for my vulva, and I don't know if this is too many questions, so just let me know. Do I have lichen sclerosis or vulvodynia, or both, I guess?
Neither. I think you have a vaginal yeast infection is what I'm getting. I'll see when I get you on my radar, but no, you don't have anything that exciting. Frankly, I think it's just.
I hope not. But, there are lesions. There is atrophy, but I don't know. Like I said, is that hormonal or what? Is it autoimmune? So please go ahead and scan me. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam. Got you in Sioux City, right there on Interstate 29 that goes north and south. I know it well. And so. Got you. Yeah, you got a vaginal yeast infection. So
that's crazy. Everything always comes back negative for that. So I don't.
Yeah. So I'm shooting some energetic estrogen into you. I believe that you can benefit from that. If you call a compounding pharmacy in your town, do a Google search, compounding pharmacy, and your zip code, it will come up with the pharmacies that are in your area. And then call them and say, who's prescribing bioidentical hormones? And they will let you.
God. You'll never get. So I finally switched primary physicians because I wasn't being listened to. And my primary doctor specializes in bioidentical hormones.
Perfect. Let them
And that's
treat you
that's exactly. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
just to get you back to normal, get you back to level. Yeah, on that. In the meantime, email me, ashleyjulie@askjulieryan.com, and I will send you the link for the gut biome test, which is a fancy name for a poop test. And I want you to
I just emailed for it and I got it.
Perfect. Okay. My Rachel sent it to you. My assistant Rachel sent it to you.
She did. She sure did.
Great.
Yep.
Great. Okay. She's my niece-in-law. We have the same name. People will say, is she your daughter?
Awesome.
And I'll say, no, she's married to my nephew. So I tease him and I tell him I think I'm the second most excited person in the family after him, that he brought her into the family because she's fabulous. So, get that done. That's going to tell you what's going on. I think you have yeast overgrowth. I believe that can make you really sore in your girly parts. So check that out.
Can that lower your hormones? And if you get it fixed,
absolutely,
my hormones go back up? I'm just trying to decipher, am I going to menopause or am I not? It's just there's a major imbalance happening for other reasons.
No, your gut's out of whack. And what happens as an immune response, Ashley, the cell membranes get tough to try and keep out the invaders. It's part of an immune response. And as a result of that, it doesn't let hormones and vitamins and nutrients and stuff into the cells to nourish them.
Okay, because we're figuring out there's a major absorption issue going on, but we don't know why.
Right.
Got it. That makes total sense.
That's right.
Okay.
And my doctor, I had yeast overgrowth for the first 40 years of my life. And when I moved to Birmingham, I met the doctor who discovered Candida overgrowth 45 years ago or something. And he's long deceased now. I laugh. I say, I think he's on a cloud in heaven going, you go, girl, because I teach people all over the world what he taught me. But anyways, he told me, I asked him one time, I said, I meet all these young women in your office with infertility issues. What's that got to do with yeast? And he explained that cell membrane thing. And he said, I can do a blood draw of a normal aged fertile woman, young fertile aged woman, and her estrogen levels are fine. He said, then I do a vaginal swab and her cells look like those of a 90-year-old postmenopausal woman that hasn't seen estrogen in decades. So he said, so I figured out what was going on, that the cell membranes were tough and they weren't letting the estrogen and the other hormones. Thyroid is a big problem, especially for women when they've got yeast overgrowth. And so they're put on thyroid medicine and it shuts down their thyroid because it doesn't have to work. So yeah, that's what's going on. Get your gut healthy. And the rest of you is going to fall into line. You do not have any of those fancy schmancy diseases of the girly parts.
Gosh.
No,
and then my
cervix.
Believe. So my cervix will become healthy again when I get this.
I think it's just raw from the yeast.
It is it's raw, it's dry, it's like I feel crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Okay, perfect.
The other thing is get your GP to prescribe nystatin for you, Ashley.
I was just going to ask that.
Statin. It is nectar of the gods. It will get you in shape fast, and food is the best medicine, and add some nystatin to it. So I hope you feel better.
Nystatin. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
I am going to see you for an hour in July or talk to you.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
I'm so excited.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody, we're going to take another quick break. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. When we come back, we'll see who our next caller is and what their questions are. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. And we're going to head over to the phones again. And our next caller is Sierra. Hi, Sierra.
Hi. I'm calling from Ojai, California.
Okay, terrific. Welcome.
Thank you. My question is about my daughter. She's 16 years old, and her name is Audrey. And we were visiting my mother in Corona, California over Thanksgiving in 2020. And she ran away, and she is still missing since then. And police have no leads. We hired a private investigator who hasn't been able to find anything. The only thing we have is a video of her when she left from the security, getting into a what looks like a ride share type of vehicle at midnight, and we basically have no leads. And I'm trying, just I don't know if she's safe, if she's trying not to be found, or if she got into trouble, because it's been so long now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, honey. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what you're going through with this. I am so sorry that you're having to go through this, and you and your family. So what I'm going to do, Sierra, is I'm going to connect to you, and from you to Audrey, and we'll connect with her spirit, and we'll see if we can get some information. Okay?
Okay.
So here comes my laser beam from Birmingham. I'm heading out to you in Ojai. I know right where that is. I used to live in Westlake Village, not too far from that, south of there, closer into LA. Yeah, if you know where that is, off of the 101.
Yes.
Yeah.
I work in Westlake.
Oh yeah, I lived on the North Ranch side in the newer section. But isn't that new now? It's 50 years old or something, but back then it was. So okay. All right. So got you. All right, Audrey. She's alive. She's in New York. I'm getting. I got Poughkeepsie, which is random, but I got Poughkeepsie. She's in New York. Do you want to be found? No. Do you want your parents to try and reach you? No. I'll reach them if I need to, is what she's saying. If I need them, I'll reach out if I need them. She's saying, I need to do this on my own. You have a question for her?
Well, my question is if she's safe. It does sound like she is. I just wish she would at least say something.
I just asked her, can you let your parents know you're okay? And she says that's what you're doing. Interesting. Was she, before she left, did she seem like she was wanting to go out on her own, and you guys were saying you have to wait till you're out of high school?
Right. She was. And she had a on-again, off-again boyfriend in Las Vegas. But even when we've had private investigators follow him, there's no trace. And I just have found it hard to believe that she would be good enough to evade, I guess, police and an investigator at 16.
Oh,
which makes me feel like someone older or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think she's with the boy in Vegas. I'm getting she's in New York right now. So, and I get that she will contact you eventually. She says she's planning on it in the next year or so. I think she's waiting until she's 18 when she can make her own decisions. I just got a yes from her on that. Yeah. So I hope that helps. The good news is I'm getting that she's alive and she's okay.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
Okay.
The
All righty.
about 8. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wait till she's 18. Does that resonate?
Yes, that's what her younger sister said.
Yeah, because then that way you can't make her do anything. So it's like she's staying undercover in the short run. So keep us posted. Let us know. Let me know how I can help. I've done this a lot. Actually, Natalie Holloway here in Birmingham was a big case about 20 years ago. And I helped the family on some of that, get some answers, and have done some other things along those lines with missing persons. So let me know how I can help.
I will. Thank you so much.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Let's go to Tracy next. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Gotta unmute yourself, girl. All right. Well, maybe not. Okay, then let's go to Nancy next. Hi, Nancy.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you. How are you?
Oh, wow. Hi. I turned in so late. I'm sorry. I sort of have two questions. I have one from my brother-in-law who's suffering from ACC,
Okay.
and I don't even
Can
know
you
what to ask
can you get me
about
off
that.
speaker, please, Nancy?
Oh, sure.
Because we're
Hold
getting
on.
feedback.
There we go. Okay, sorry about
Okay.
that.
That's all right. Thanks.
Yeah, he's suffering from ACC.
What's ACC?
And it's some sort of cancer that's through his body.
Okay. All right.
I don't quite understand what it is. Adenoid cystic carcinoma.
Okay. And what's his name and where does he live?
He lives in California. His name's Michael.
Okay. Where in California?
Castro Valley area.
Okay. All right. And where are you?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And
I knew that, but our listeners don't know that.
People don't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay, because you and I have talked before. So,
we have.
anyways.
I just didn't realize.
What? You didn't realize what?
That you were going to call on me tonight. I was just
Surprise!
listen in because
Surprise! Yep, there we go. Okay, here we go. Laser beams hooked into you en masse, ricocheting back to the West Coast for your brother Michael. His spirit's out of his body, Nance. He's in phase 2 of 12. Does he seem to be that sick to you?
His wife said he was very sick.
Yeah. Phase 2, everybody who's listening doesn't know what Nancy and I are. So it sounds like we're talking in secret code, Nance. It's the phases of transition that we all go through when we're dying. And it's how angels and deceased loved ones surround us and they're the welcome to heaven committee for us. So his spirit is out of his body, Nancy. Holds on to the top of the head. It looks like a cartoon caption bubble. Your parents' spirits are there with him. And so he's started the transition phase. This doesn't mean that he's going to continue with it. We can know more as we go forward. If he's progressing through the different phases quickly, you'll get an idea. If you go on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, you'll see illustrations of these different phases. And anybody can tell this. All you have to do is just ask, what phase is Michael in? What phase of transition is Michael in? And you're going to get an answer, and it's going to come in within a second. Then you'll get 7 or 6 or 5 or whatever. And then you can look on my website. Again, it's AskJulieRyan.com and see those different illustrations. And it'll give you some information on how he's progressing. And just because somebody's in the phases of transition doesn't mean that they can't back out of the phases. That has happened too. So keep that in mind. I'm sorry to be the bearer of that news.
I have no idea how I don't think he has any idea either how he acquired this, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And,
Are you going to try and see him?
I had a heart attack in October, and I'm not really a good traveling person right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm having, the doctors can't seem to figure out whether it's a GI issue. My heart attack presented more as a GI issue than as a heart attack, and I'm up and down, and I gain weight, I lose weight, I gain weight, mostly gain, not lose.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm screwed up too at the moment.
Well, can you FaceTime with him or do a Zoom with him so at least he can see you and you can see him?
Yeah, well, we've talked to him a couple of times, and
I'm getting it's going to be good for both of you to see each other, and technology being what it is, utilize it and do that. And interestingly enough about the GI issues with the heart attack, that's very common with women, that women present with GI issues.
The nurse I talked to said that to me, but the two doctors, when I mentioned it to them, they just kept saying, "You're complicated." And I'm thinking, But you've
No.
got one doctor who knows both GI and heart. Could you, somebody somewhere, just give me one doctor that knows both of those things?
Yeah, or one doctor that knows what the symptoms are for men and for women. They've studied men, not too many women. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for calling in. Good luck to your brother and his family, and I hope you feel better too. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get more callers on. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go to Rima next. Hi, Miss Rima.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, girl?
I'm okay.
Good. Please tell everybody where you're located.
I'm in Irvine, California.
All right, which is south of LA in Orange County. I know it well. Well, terrific. How may I help you?
So this question actually for my boyfriend. His name is Kenlon. He goes by Ken. He developed allergies, really severe allergies throughout his body. And it's the past 10 days. And we found out that it probably is the bag of lavender, the dryer bag that I put in the dryer. And that's probably the cause of his allergy, but I'm not sure. But it's not going away, and it's like blotches all over his body, and he's like miserable. He can't sleep at night, and I feel so guilty.
Oh,
so
you were just trying to make stuff smell good. Oh. So go ahead. So he's got splotches. Are they itchy, Rima? What's this?
Very itchy at night, especially at night. He's using he has like 5 or 6 creams that he's using on his body, cortisone and CBDs and Benadryl. And he takes pills at night so he can sleep. He's been miserable for the past.
Is it oozing like it's poison ivy or poison oak or something?
No, the bag that we think that's causing it, because I washed all the sheets, I washed all of his clothes, and he says it's getting better. It's not itchy when he wears these clothes anymore. It's lavender, the bag of lavender, that dryer. We don't have.
Where'd you get it?
Poison ivy here.
Where'd you get it?
I got it from Trader Joe's.
Okay.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, there might be something in there. Yeah, I laughed. I was going to a gal I'm not laughing about Ken, but I'm laughing about this story I'm about to tell you. I was talking to a gal one time who, the products that are all natural. They say, oh, that's all natural. You mean that's not going to hurt anybody? I'm like, but poison ivy is natural too, and I'm not going to wash my hair in it or rub it all over my face.
Right.
So just because it's natural doesn't mean that you're not going to have a reaction. So, all right, let me connect to you, and then I'll connect to him. Poor guy. All right, here comes my laser beam and heading out to you. Okay, got you. Ken. Oh, yeah. Can I scan you? Yes. I got a picture of him in my mind's eye before I even asked him. I didn't look internally, but I could see the outside. Yeah, I can see the splotches. Holy Moses. All right, so he took Benadryl, right? That helped?
Yeah.
And he's on cortisol. Yeah. You said he's on cortisol cream. Yeah. Is he there? Can he hear us?
No.
Okay, good. It's better for us to talk about it when he's not there. We can talk good about him.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Okay, good. Did the lavender cause it? No, but it's something that's mixed in with the lavender. I'm telling you, there's some other kind of weed or something in there, like poison ivy or something. And that's what he's having a reaction to. With that, what I'm doing is I'm calming down the inflammation. Inflammation looks like red fog on body parts, Rima, and I'm calming it down with anti-inflammatory energy, which is a royal blue color, and getting that calmed down. And then I'm watching this really thick white cream get spread all over his body, and it's an anti-inflammatory cream. It reminds me of the cream in those blue Nivea jars. Maybe your mom or your grandmother used that stuff, or maybe you use it. I don't know. And And so I'm watching that. I normally see that stuff applied on tender tissues that are internal, but I'm watching it get applied on Ken. So hopefully that will help. I would let Trader Joe's know about this. I think their customer service people and their quality control people will want to know about it because they may need to backtrack that and see with their supplier what's going on. I'm a former manufacturer of surgical devices. So when I hear about something like that, that's a quality control issue, my antenna goes up because as a manufacturer, people want to know about it. And certainly Trader Joe's is going to want to know about a supplier that's causing a reaction like that. So it's not just the lavender. There's something else in there. That's a problem. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that helps. Yeah. It'll go away.
Just one more thing.
Eventually.
So I made a decision to stay with him. Is that a good decision? Can you tap into my higher self or my spirit?
Is it in Rima's best interest to stay with Ken in a romantic relationship? At this time, I get a yes. There you go. Oh. Yeah. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Our feelings are an internal GPS system that we have.
Yeah.
Double check when you're feeling badly. Is it based in irrational fear? Is it going to kill you? If it's not, then, it's an irrational fear. And what's causing it? Is it a limiting belief? And then when you get clear, you're going to know if you decide not to stay and you're going to leave, you're going to feel calm or happy about it. You're not going to be agonizing about it. Okay. So that's how you tell. Okay. Right now I'm getting, yeah. But future events, are fluid. So there are a bazillion variables that can affect an outcome. And I'm sure he's convinced that you've tried to poison him or something with your lavender, but
no,
we know
not. That. He feels bad, but I feel bad.
Yeah, I'm teasing. Okay, well, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
You bet. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go to Natalie next. Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm doing pretty good. So I called a couple of weeks ago, and my question was, you found out that I had candida overgrowth, chronic. And I've kind of known that, but I'm realizing that you have to do the diet. It can't be a cleanse. It has to be more like a diet. You have to treat it that way. And my question is, how long? How do I know how long I need to do it? Because it's extremely restrictive, and I lose weight, and it's hard.
Yeah. First of all, where are you calling from? Where are you located?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis. Okay. Secondly, it's not that hard because if God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it. There's plenty of stuff that God made. If God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it. If you show a 4-year-old a Twinkie and an apple, they're going to know which one God made.
Right.
And so
I can do that. But
fruits, vegetables, protein, get some nystatin. That's the key. Nystatin.
I am. I have some coming.
Yeah.
I mean, the big thing, and sugar and alcohol. And so.
Yeah. Avoid them. Not for life, just in the short run. And then they'll help you heal. Okay, everybody, time for another quick break. We will be right back. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. When we come back, we'll see who else is next and what their questions are. So stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Ask Julie Ryan Show, and we do it every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-775-7035, and the access code is 483-620-pound. Now, this information is available on my website, AskJulieRyan.com. It's available anywhere you download show notes from the podcast. If you subscribe, be sure and subscribe to the podcast wherever you get it. It's on YouTube. We're on Alexa. And we always post the call-in information the day of the show on all my social media channels, which everything's in Ask Julie Ryan. So AskJulieRyan.com, Ask Julie Ryan on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. And let's see what else. While you're on Ask Julie Ryan, be sure and sign up for my weekly newsletter. And it's a question somebody has submitted online, and then I answer it. And in the notes of the email that comes out on Wednesday nights, we'll have, hey, remember to call in, and we'll give you all the call-in details. I'm trying to make it easy for you to call in and get your questions answered. People say, what's the fastest way to be able to get a hold of me? And I say, call into my show. It's every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, and you can ask a question. So that's the fastest way to get a hold of me. You can schedule an appointment with me at AskJulieRyan.com. Then we'll have a whole hour to talk about whatever you want to discuss. And the trick there is get on my calendar. I'm scheduling out a couple of months in advance. Get on my calendar when you get your confirmation email. And it'll come right away, right after you schedule it. When you get your confirmation email, it'll have a reschedule button at the bottom. Click on that periodically, and it will show you when newer, closer appointments have become available. People reschedule all the time because life happens. They're scheduling out in advance and life happens. So check that. And then my October angelic attendant training class is full. We've got people signed up for the January 2022 class already. So if you're thinking about wanting to take my class, go ahead and sign up. For January, it'll be here before you know it. So everything you need to know is at AskJulieRyan.com. All right, let's see about our question this week. And it comes from Jennifer, and Jennifer lives in Gillette, Wyoming. And she said, hi, Julie. Our 4-year-old daughter just had her annual checkup. She's had a heart murmur since birth, and today her pediatrician heard a second murmur during a routine exam. It's obviously concerning, and he has requested we pursue an EKG with a pediatric cardiologist. I immediately thought of you after we left his office, but it was too late to call into your show. Must have been on a Thursday when they were going to see the doctor. She went on to say, at bedtime, my daughter went to select a book to read, and of the hundreds of books we have, she pulled out your children's book without any prompting. It was a God wink for sure. I never heard that term before, a God wink, but I thought that was really cute. I just knew I needed to reach out in hopes you might be able to provide insight into her murmurs. Can you please do a scan and an energetic healing on her while we're in the midst of finding answers on the Western medical front? Thank you for all you do, Jen. And here's my response. Hi, Jen. Thanks for letting me know about your daughter. It made me a bit weepy to hear she chose Angel Messages for Kids as her bedtime story after visiting the doctor. There aren't any coincidences in life, even with a small child. Per your request, I scanned your daughter and saw in my mind's eye what looked like 2 small holes and a thinner than normal area in her ventricular septum. She has what I believe is a ventricular septal defect, also known as a VSD. So I saw these 2 little tiny pinholes in her septum, and then I saw this area that just looked like it was really thin tissue, like it could create another hole, that would be kind of like if you have something that's leather and where you wear it a lot, like, I don't know, a pair of boots or something, the leather can get thinner just from wear. That's what this looked like to me in her little ventricular septal area. Septum. Cincinnati Children's Hospital says, quote, a ventricular septal defect, VSD, is a hole between the right and left pumping chambers of the heart, end quote. The hospital also states, quote, small ventricular septal defects rarely cause problems. A physician usually discovers these holes by noticing an extra heart sound called a murmur on a routine physical exam, end quote. In order to close the holes, I applied stem cell energy to grow new tissue. That's that dippity-doo stuff that I talk about a lot, along with an energetic patch to the 2 tiny holes and suspiciously thin-looking area. These patches, when I see them, you guys, it's really interesting. I'll see these hair-thin blue lines, and it'll be like a piece of gauze. I'll see the vertical threads and then the horizontal threads, like a loom makes a piece of fabric. You'll see the vertical threads and the horizontal threads. That's what I watched on top of the stem cell energy. And I saw it both inside and outside. of this area that where the hole was and where it was thin. So I have to believe that that was just reinforcement of the tissue while the tissue grows in, kind of like some kind of a structure to help reinforce it from a support standpoint. I went on to say, then I watched again in my mind's eye, blood flowing normally between the two chambers of her heart. It's my hope this healing results in a normal diagnosis from the pediatric cardiologist. Please keep me posted and let me know how else I may assist. Sending big hugs to you and your little girl. So that's from Jen. And Jen, I can't even imagine how scary this is with your baby in Wyoming. And hopefully when you get to the doctor, you're going to get a clean assessment. So I'm hoping that that's what happens. All right, let's go back to the phones. And our next caller is Luz. Hi, Luz. Or Luz, did I say your name right? How do you pronounce your name?
It's Luz or Lucy.
Luz, there you go. Well, I must be psychic or something. That's what I got, that it was Luz. So welcome. Where are you located?
I'm in Arizona.
Okay, terrific. You got a question for me?
Yeah. 3 years ago, I was told I'd be leaving my body about this time. And I processed that information. I got angry, I cried and did everything, and it got to a good place. And then I had a stroke in September and did really well for a while, and then my health has been going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And about a week ago, unexpectedly, I was told I have to move out of my place, and I have severe chemical sensitivity, so it's very difficult to find a place. And I've been feeling really depressed, and now I feel like I really want to leave my body ASAP.
Okay.
Do you get any sense of that?
Well, first of all, who told you that you were going to die 3 years ago?
Somebody that did a reading for me.
Yeah. Okay. So this just kind of makes me nuts when this happens, because future events are so fluid, Luz, that you can say, here's what I'm getting right now, but there are a bazillion variables that come into play. So yeah, obviously fortunately, it wasn't something that happened. So as far as the move and all of that and wanting to leave, I get that you just don't want to hassle with it. We all decide when we go, where we go, who's with us when we go, and what those circumstances are. We think that somebody else can control us. Even when somebody gets shot or is killed in a car accident, nobody dies unless that's what they want to do. And certainly we all have the power to make that decision and whatever the circumstances are. I think a great example of that is when Carrie Fisher, the actress and screenwriter, died, and her mother was Debbie Reynolds. She died the next day, and she was fine, but they were just so close. So I'm hooked into you energetically. Your spirit is very much in your body. I think the depression thing is making you feel like, okay, yeah, I just don't want to deal with the move and all of that. So that's something that you have the opportunity to create into something that you want. And if you change the way you look at it, who's to say that you're not going to find a place that you like even better, that doesn't stir up your chemical sensitivities? So again, the 2-minute rule, my girl. Have you heard me talk about the 2-minute rule?
No, this is the first time I've heard you. And I'm also dealing with candida and mold and lupus, and I feel like I'm at death's door.
Well, so that's a good reason to move. If you've got mold, it's making you sick, including making you depressed.
Here, I had the mold where I lived in Iowa about 3 years ago. That's why I moved to Tucson.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we can control all of that. So when you feel badly, you ask yourself, is this going to kill me in the next 2 minutes? If it is, get out of the road before the bus runs you over. If it's not, you know that it's a false fear. And 99% of the thoughts we have that feel bad are false. They're fake news. So our emotions are an internal GPS system. We're all taught to control our emotions. We don't need to control our emotions. We need to control our thoughts. Because when thoughts come into our heads, we assign an emotion to them. So pay attention to how that goes. I think you're going to be around a long time. I think that you're going to find a place that you really love. And I think you're going to be glad that you moved, is what I'm getting. So your spirit's very much in your body. So I hope that helps.
You get about 1 month. What month would I move? Would it be best for me to move?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks for calling. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll get more callers on. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Welcome back, everybody. Let's head to the phones. And our next caller is Marion. Hi, Marion.
Hi there. I'm going to give this to my daughter, okay? I'm going to take it off
Okay. Okay. Sounds like Fluffy's in the
Hello.
background, too. Hi. Oh.
Hi. Yes, it's Lucy. She's barking in the back.
Lucy. Wonderful. What's your
Yeah,
name?
My name. Sorry. My name's Tian.
Tien? T-I-A-N?
Tien.
Tien. I was close. Hi, Tien. Please tell everybody where you're
Hi.
located.
Well, right now we are in Baytown, Texas. We've been on a road trip.
Oh, hope you're having fun.
Yeah. Though it's been a little stressful, but on and off.
Good. Well, you got a question for me?
Yeah. So my husband got surgery. My partner got surgery on his back, and he's been struggling for the past 2 months. And he had a herniated disc, and they brought him into surgery, and he's just been struggling really bad with depression and feeling like he's not good enough. And I don't really know how to help. And he's trying to heal right now, and he's in the midst of healing, and he's worried that he's not going to recover. And I already talked to him, and he said he's okay to be scanned if you were willing. But I want to know if there's anything else wrong with him. Like, I know he's diabetic. He's been struggling with that the past year too. But I would really like to know if he's going to be okay.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I can hear you're really scared because it's so hard to watch somebody you love suffer like that in that kind of pain. Yeah. I'm sorry. Tell me his name, Tien.
Nick.
Okay.
His name is
And he's there with you in Baytown?
No, he's in Florida.
Okay. Where's he in Florida?
Right now, he's in Niceville, Florida. Right now at his parents' house. They're taking care of him while I've been gone.
Where's Niceville, Florida?
It's in the Panhandle.
Okay. All right. Near me. Near Sweet Home, Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live. Yeah. We are right under Alabama.
I know. Oh my God, those beaches are gorgeous. They used to call it the Redneck Riviera. Because the beaches look like the Riviera because it's that white fluffy sand and it's just beautiful. It's not redneck anymore. It's all developed. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, okay, let me connect to you. I love that term though, the Redneck Riviera. I think that's hilarious. So, all right, going down there. Got you in Texas, ricocheting back to Florida. Got Nick. Nick, I'm talking to your wife. Is it okay if I scan you? Yes. All right. So I'm shooting energy. Left side, low back is where the energy went. Tien is, yeah. All right. So they put the bulging disc back in. I'm adding this little netting that I always see that reminds me of the netting that you'd use to get a goldfish out of an aquarium. You know, that's that fine of a netting. And I put that between the upper and the lower vertebrae, and it keeps that disc in place. So got that going on. Does he have sciatica pain going down his left leg too?
Yeah, yes, he does. He's been struggling with that badly. He's been using a walker because he's been so scared to walk. Yeah. Okay. That's more of an issue than the disc is from what I'm seeing right now. I think the disc looks okay. I think they fixed it. I think it's the sciatica pain. So imagine that tube. Imagine that nerve is a tube, like a
Speaking of goldfish, like in an aquarium, piece of tubing in an aquarium, sometimes it gets gunky, gets uneaten fish flakes and fish poop and junk like that in there, and you got to clean it out sometimes. That's what happens when a nerve gets injured. And so it gets all kinds of dead cells and junk inside of it. Imagine it's a tube again. So I'm watching this little teeny tiny corkscrew, and it's tunneling through the tube, and then it irrigates it. And then I'm pouring stem cell energy inside of it, and this will regenerate that sciatica nerve. There's a vortex that's spinning above it, and that will help regenerate that nerve. I'm watching it come back online now. When I see a nerve that's been injured or is damaged, it looks black. And as it's healing, which I'm watching right now in my mind's eye, I'm watching it turn pink into pink, healthy tissue. So I'm doing that. The right side looks all right. It's the left side that's giving him the problem, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. This will help a lot. What kind of pain meds is he on?
I'm not sure if he's taking any. He was on something that the doctor prescribed for a bit, but I haven't asked him if he actually tried taking more pain meds. I think his mom gave him some ibuprofen recently.
Okay. All right. Well, pain causes depression because it's just awful to live with it. So hopefully this will help relieve his pain. Yes, he's going to heal. Yes, he's going to be fine. He'll get through this and he's going to be fine. He'll be completely back to normal. Yeah. You guys be safe and tell your mama, be safe too. And
thank you, Julie.
You bet. You bet. Good luck with Nick. Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, ladies. Bye-bye. It's so hard when somebody you love's in pain and you feel like you can't do anything about it. Our next caller is Kate. Hi, Kate. Hi, Kate. Are you on mute? Do you need to unmute yourself? 610 area code. Okay. Well, let's go back to somebody else then. Let's go to Ming next. Hi, Ming.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad and so excited you're taking my call. Thank you.
Yeah. Please tell everybody where you're located.
I'm in Sellersville, Pennsylvania right now, close to Quakertown.
Okay. Terrific. You got a question for me?
Yeah. Last time you told me I have some future children spirit around me. So can you ask them if they can tell me the exact time they're gonna come? Because we're kind of can't wait.
No, they're not going to tell you the exact time. That's part of the adventure of life. I'm going to have to take a quick break, Ming. I'm going to hold you over for the break. When we come back, I'll talk to your babies and we'll see what's going on. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We have Ming on the phone. Ming, I know you want to know when your babies are coming, and you're not supposed to know. It's supposed to be part of the adventure. It helps you learn to trust, and the more you try and control it, the more it's not going to happen, right?
Okay.
So,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Can I have another thing? I constantly have a lower back sore, and last time when I did the hysteroscopy, and when the detector touched my uterus lining, I felt the same kind of feeling. So can you scan my uterus see if any problems there? Why it constantly cause me lower back sore?
It's a sore versus it's not back pain. It's more like in your pelvic area.
Yeah. If I stand for too long, or if I go shopping or walk too long, then it's getting worse and worse. I can't just stand there. I have to squat or sit down like that.
Have you ever been to a chiropractor, Ming?
I did acupuncture. I never been to the chiropractor.
Okay, go to the chiropractor. I just watched a chiropractic adjustment happen. It may have been how they had you on the table in the operating room, and you just need to be adjusted. It'll take about 3 minutes, and you'll be out of pain. So find a really good chiropractor and they'll be able to help you.
I did the ultrasound, pelvic ultrasound, and everything. Everything is back normal. But when I did that hysteroscopy, when the detector touched the lining, I did feel the same kind of feeling, the same kind of sore.
Right. So I think it's how you were positioned on the operating room table. And a chiropractor will get you back into shape in no time. I think it's a skeletal thing. So find a good chiropractor and you'll be good.
It's not something wrong with the lining, uterus lining?
Nope. It's skeletal. Okay. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's see who's next. Our next person is Helen. Let me find Helen. Hi, Helen. Hi. You got to unmute. I can hear you in the background a little bit. Helen. 216 area code. Are you muted? Did you mute yourself? Yep. Hello. Yeah, well, I can hear some noise, but I'm not hearing you. So if you figure out how to unmute, then I'd love to talk with you. Let's try Tracy again. Tracy, see if you can unmute this time. Tracy, are you there?
I am. How are you?
Yay! Yay! We couldn't get you last time.
Oh, well, thank you for getting me this time. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you? Where are you located?
Good. Raleigh, North Carolina.
All right. What's happening there?
So I got a different question for you tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I on my life's path? Where should I be? Am I supposed to be working?
Yes. So I was getting a yes while you were in the middle of asking the question.
As a professional.
I get it. You're on your life's path. Mm-hmm.
So I am doing what I should be doing.
There's no should. It's what do you want to do? What's fun? What do you enjoy? What's interesting?
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's no should. There's no, you should do something or you shouldn't do something. You pay attention to how it feels. If it's fun and interesting and enjoyable, continue to do it. You're on you're in alignment with your spirit. When you feel badly and you're doing something like for a job that's a slog and you hate it and you're just doing it for money, you're out of alignment with your spirit. So find something that interests you and you enjoy and it's fun. It's really that simple. Yeah.
Right.
But when you were asking,
go ahead.
When you were asking the question, am I on my life's path? I got a yes after you got about 3 words out. So,
cool. Okay.
Yeah, you're really on it.
And should I be working at a paying job? Like a profession?
Okay, again, no shoulds. Is it in Tracy's best interest? So ask, is it in my best interest? Is it in Tracy's best interest to work at a paying job if you want to? There you go.
Okay.
If it's something that's fun and interesting and you think you'll enjoy it. And if you hate it, quit. Do something else. Okay. That's how it goes. All right.
Very
Thanks
good.
for calling.
Keeping it light and lively. Thanks. Take care.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's go to Eugenia next. Let me get up here to you. Hi, Eugenia.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good. I literally just called in, so thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome. Where are you located?
I'm in Boston, Massachusetts.
I can tell from the area code, but sometimes those fool me with cell phones when you can take your number with you now.
Right.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Do you have a question for me?
Thank you so much. I was just I just came across your work and started listening to your podcast. I have a lot of questions. I'm going to book an appointment for you.
Wonderful.
But for me, I have been feeling really, really drained.
Okay.
I've been having recurrent infections like bacterial, like BV or yeast. Not sure what's happening. I think I have one now, but I've been having some issues with, it's not good to be treating something that's what am I trying to say? If I'm treating something if I'm giving myself a treatment that's meant for some I don't know what it is, so I don't want to treat it. And I've had that issue in the past. I was misdiagnosed for BV when it was yeast and vice versa. So, so I'm just calling to see if I can, perhaps if there's a scan or however it works, to see, because that's something that's been challenging for me. And sore throat lately, just really fatigued also. So I don't know what's happening.
Well, I got you on my radar, and you have yeast overgrowth. So you suspected correctly. And so here's what you want to do. Email me, Julie@AskJulieRyan.com. I will shoot you a copy of a link to get a gut biome test done. Food is the best medicine. This is going to tell you what your superfoods are to eat. Let's do the Eugenia diet. Let's not do the yeast diet or the keto diet. Let's do the diet for you. It'll tell you what your superfoods are, what the foods are for you to avoid, some of which may be healthy, and they're just not healthy for you right now. And then everything else. And anybody that's listening, if you want this link, email me, Julie@AskJulieRyan.com. We'll send you the link. It's for a little bit of a discount. It's to get a gut biome test done at home, Eugenia. You don't need a doctor's orders. It's a fancy word for a poop test. and it's gonna really help you a lot with that. That's number one. Number two, stay low on the food chain. God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it. Easier said than done. I get that. But, shoot for 80% of the time. We can all do that. If you're going to eat fruit, peel it. Never again for the rest of your life put a slice of lemon in a drink of water or tea because it's full of yeast on the peel. Fruit has tons of yeast on the peel, so peel it. If you need lemon in your drink, squeeze the lemon in, but never put a slice in. Ever, 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 ever. Freeze leftovers and reheat them, because yeast gets on leftovers in the fridge overnight. Stay away from fermented foods, wine, beer, alcohol, kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, soy sauce, vinegar, that kind of stuff. Not for life, just in the short run. And then get a hold of some nice statin. And that's an antifungal that kills yeast on contact. And you're going to be a new woman in short order.
Wow. Thank you so much. And is that also contributing to the fatigue and everything?
Yeah.
It sounds like
that could be it. Yeah, absolutely. Because our gut is where our immune system is based. And when our gut's out of whack, Eugenia, what happens is it whacks our immune system, and then we get sick, and then our immune system gets whacked again, depending on how we treat it, if we take antibiotics or whatever, which it's just this hamster wheel that we get on. So that's how you fix it. And I'm an expert on this stuff because I had it for the first 40 years of my life. So I promise you it works really well. So
I'm astounded. The yogurt thing, because I eat a lot of yogurt, and you think that would help, right? Because it's good yeast or good bacteria. That's
not when you have yeast overgrowth, because it turns our guts into fermentation factories, and then you add something that's fermented, and it's just like pouring jet fuel on a fire. Just exacerbates it. And so you want to stay away from fermented foods, not for life, just in the short run. And then that'll help you get well, and then you can start eating it again. So that's how it works. Wow. Thanks for calling.
Amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You bet. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Let's go to Carlo next. Let me see. Let me go down here. Okay. Hi, Carlo. Hi, Carlo. Carlo, I can hear you making noise, but can you hear me?
Want to go?
Hi, Carlo. Hello, hello.
The already like.
Okay. She's not ready for us, obviously. Okay, let's go back and let's see who we got over here. How about Auda? Hi, Auda.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, is it Auda? Auda, right? A-U-D-A, Auda?
Yeah, it's Auda.
Sounds like Auda? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Got it.
Well,
yes, exactly.
Well, good. Hi, girl.
Oh,
you know what?
Hey.
There's my music. I'm going to have to hold you over for the break. So think about your question. When we come back, I'll pick you up and we will see what you have to ask. Stay with us, everybody. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show, and we'll be right back after the break. everybody. We've got Autumn on the phone. Hi, girl. Where are you located?
Hi. I am in La Jolla, California, San Diego.
Poor baby. Poor baby. I'm so sorry. It's probably one of the most gorgeous spots on the planet. So, lucky you. You got a question for me?
5 minutes from the beach. So,
oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so this is my first time. So I get that we're asking a question about one physical ailment. Is that right?
Or whatever. Question about anything. I'm a buffet of psychicness, so we can talk about it whatever you'd like.
Awesome.
So what's your question?
Very cool. So I've been having this bladder issue. I know a few people have talked about urinary stuff. And it's been going on for years. And I have been prone to infections, but like the past year, every time I get tested, it comes back negative. But it's kind of like feeling like I have a constant UTI. And lately, I've been going through this whole process of sort of breaking up with my birth control after being on it for 8 years. So I haven't had a bleed in 8 years. So I'm wondering if it has some connection to that, or I'm also kind of wondering if coming off my birth control is the right thing to do, because I really want to get back in touch with my flow, but I also really don't want to get pregnant.
Okay.
So
you have yeast. You have yeast overgrowth. I've been scanning you just because to get you in fast. I'm going to try and get one more caller on after you. And is it in your best interest to go off the pill? I get a yes. So what I just talked with the caller right before you, Eugenia, about with the yeast stuff, go back and listen to the playback on download it on a podcast or watch it on YouTube, and do all the stuff that we talked about with Eugenia. And you'll get better, and you won't have the discomfort. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Take care. Bye. All right. Let's go to Courtney next. Hi, Courtney.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Thanks for your patience.
I'm so excited. Oh, good. This is my question. I would love to know if we can connect with my father on the other side. I have something.
Sure.
I'm hemming and hawing about, and just love his guidance always. He's so sage, and I thought he would be the person I would go to if he were here.
Okay. Where are you located?
Walnut Creek, California.
I can tell by the area code at 925.
Yeah.
I see that. Okay. So I'm old enough that I remember when area codes meant something. You could tell where somebody was located when they were calling. Okay. What's your dad's name?
Wally.
Wally. And what's your question for Wally?
I just want to know, my husband and I are like, leave California. We're feeling like, I was just sort of hemming and hawing about, or buy a second home out of the area. I thought it seems quite simple, but we're just like, what do we do? We're just sort of deers in the headlight. What do we do?
What he's saying is buy a second home out of the area in a state without any income tax and try it out. And then if you decide you want to go there, then you can go there.
Okay, because California is just feeling very funky, as everybody knows.
So, a lot of states without income tax. So he's saying get a second home there. And he's saying the real estate market's so crazy, you'll probably make a fortune on it anyways. But go try it out. Go test the waters. Yeah. But he's very specifically saying choose a state without state income tax.
Okay. I mean, I just wonder what he thinks about California. He must have a thought about California just turning into.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's lovely. And find a state without state income tax. He's all about that. Was he a CPA or something?
No, stockbroker.
Well, there you go. That makes sense that he would be concerned about that. Yeah. So good luck. Have fun shopping.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You bet. Bye, Courtney. Okay. Let's go to Bonnie real fast. Hi, Bonnie.
Oh, hi.
Thanks for your patience.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. How are you? Oh boy. I have so
Where are you
much on my
located?
mind.
Where are you located?
Skokie, Illinois.
Okay. Got a quick question? I've only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah. Well, will I find some? Oh God, I'm half asleep. I'm sorry. out by Kitty here. I was writing this down. Oh, will I meet someone for a long-term relationship soon? I've been divorced for a long time and wondered if there's someone out there for me. I'm going on one particular dating site. I don't know if it's the right one or not, but.
Absolutely. And what I got when you said, "Will I meet someone?" I got absolutely, and continue with the effort to meet somebody. I don't think anybody's just going to show up and knock on your door. So continue to put yourself in a position where you can meet people, and who knows where it's going to lead. You may go out with somebody and it may not be a fit with them, but they may have a friend and they say, "Oh, you got to meet my friend Bonnie because you guys would really like each other." So I get the word absolutely came in when you asked, "Will I meet somebody?"
Okay. All right. I mean,
there you go.
The right person. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
What's the right person? You're going to be led to somebody, and I think just go with the flow. Pay attention to how it feels. If it's fun and you enjoy the person and you look forward to being with them, take it one step at a time. When we think too far in advance, we get paralyzed with fear. And so you want to just pay attention to how you feel, and then you'll be led every step of the way. So have fun. Have fun.
Okay. Thank you.
All righty. Thanks for calling. Bye, Bonnie.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's see if we can fit one more person in here real fast. How about Miss Betsy? Hi, Betsy. Hi, Betsy. I got about a minute. Can you hear me?
Is it? Yes,
Betsy.
I can hear you.
Hi.
I didn't realize my name was on the list. So I've had a chronic lump in my throat and reduced nasal breathing capability for a few years now. I'm in Savannah, Georgia.
All right. Well, let me see what I'll do. You know what? I'm going to have to get you on next week because there's my music playing. We are out of time. So if you call back in next week, Betsy, I'll take you first, and I'll scan you and I'll get you on. Everybody, thanks for joining us. We got a bunch of people on tonight. I bet we got close to 20 people on tonight, which is a lot. So thanks for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend here in the U.S. And stay with us. Stay safe. Call us next week. Sending you love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Bye, everybody.
Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan, and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.